to anyone who might be up today. I'm just testing things right now, making sure that the connection stays cricket. That's all I'm really doing. It's early morning. Don't really have anything to do, so I figured, why not? I actually slept, so that's exciting. Just gonna start with a black screen, look at everything, see how things set up. Want to see if my chat bot is working. Should be good to go. It says it's connected, but just in case, I'm gonna here we go. So far so good, without much going on. I'm gonna put on some music. No, not Morshu number 5. See if that works. Admittedly, this test is probably going to affect my numbers, but bleh. Oh, hello, Corgo. I'm just testing the interweb connection. For when I'm streaming. So far it's good, but here, I'm just gonna put on some random ass music in the background. Yep. I just want to make sure that the connections are all good, because I know peeps have to stream today. So it seems like we could stream music without much of a loss in frames. Oh my god. Drohan, whose commission I was working on. Oh, hi, Judy. But Drohan, whose commission I was working on, they clipped my apology from last night. You know, like the I didn't say I won't say confirm or deny that I threw an Oompa Loompa off a bridge. Okay, got confirmation on one of the sketches I did. Alright, awesome. I'm just gonna pull up Emote Corbage and we're gonna see how that fares with the connection. So far, no drop frames at all. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely saving it. Here, I'm gonna pull up a piece of art I've been meaning to work on for a while. It's this cute little pic of Max here. As you can see, I used some poses that were used as an example for someone's Patreon, unfortunately. I'm not familiar with the artist, but, you know, it was a good pose, so I'm like, you know, base it on that. I do not know what this is from. Oh, I guess you could say this artist, Himley. I've never heard of them, but, like, you know, and I don't... Oh, Noodles919 on DeviantArt, so thank you both for those. I don't think I need those up anymore. You know what? It won't hurt. Why not? Good to have those kind of extra details. It was really hard to find like a hoodie kind of draping over shoulders like that. Oh, the Phyllis theme is over. I'm just gonna put in my Discord that we're doing this right now, because I mean, like, even if I'm testing things, it'd be nice to have the number not be so low that it messes with my numbers, you know? So I'm probably not going to go super late with this thing tonight. I like how on Twitter, trending in all caps is the word snowing. Arctic front sweeping east. Denver had 5 feet of snow. In Chicago, temperatures at least 10 before. Okay, so there was just a random ass cold front right in the middle of April. That will probably be heading up our way. I am not looking forward to it. Hello, DC Abides. How are you doing? You're up early or late? I'm up late. I am up early because I actually like slept, so I need some music to put on in the background. I really shouldn't be up late now that I think about it. Oh well. Hi, Stream Doctor. How you doing? We're not really doing anything too exciting. We're just working on some art. I just need some music for the background. Here, just a compilation of random Nintendo 64 music. We should at least brush your teeth or something. Yeah, maybe. I've had this in the pile for a while now, so figure let's work on it. I don't know how loud the music is. I apologize. If it's a little much, I will turn it down. I don't think it is, but you never know sometimes, right? I trust everyone's doing well. It's good to see you, Stream Doctor. I know it's... I don't really know what time it is where you are. You can't even hear it, eh? That might be a problem. Hi, Void! Yeah, it's not even picking up the desktop audio. Give me a mo, please. That's a bit concerning. I wonder why that is. It was there for a moment because I changed the speaker, but then it also makes it like the speaker on. This is odd. Blitzio was having this problem recently too. There we go. I figured out what was wrong. I just had to fix what speakers it was connected to. So you should be able to hear it now. The music's actually... It's 10 a.m. Ah, okay. So this is a good early morning stream for you. Well, actually, it's not really early morning, but, like, you know. For you, it's early for me, but... I will say, it's either I'm not noticing the chat updating, and it's happening very quickly, or, and this isn't an internet thing, because otherwise they would have given me a notification, but it seems like I was just thinking about the Donkey Kong 64 soundtrack. It seems like that might be like a Streamlabs thing, but like sometimes I'm not getting the updates to the chat, and I'm not sure why that is. I was up at 4 a.m. Ether case. It's quick? Okay. also, as just to kind of give us something to do, if anyone has any questions, but just in general, just general questions about myself or whatever, even if it's like, do you like this thing? Do you dislike this thing? Did you hear about this thing? Feel free to ask. That's why I tag this as AMA. Also, if you want, you can shoot me a tip if you'd like. Tips are very much appreciated. They help me keep, you know, being alive. Zip from Bomberman here. I've actually never played Bomberman here, but I've heard some of its music. It's really good. But yeah. Also, it's Abyss's birthday coming up, and if I would be able to, I'd like to be able to get them something nice. So, anywho. Alternatively, if you want to give money with a little bit more oomph, we do have a subscriber goal. Birthday? Yes, Abyss has a birthday coming up, but we do have a subscriber goal. If you look up there in the top right, as you can see, you've only got 2 days to fulfill this goal, and we've got 65 subscriptions out of 80. If we make it to 80, then we'll be doing a bonus stream that you guys will be able to vote on Twitter. Oh yeah, I remember when I put on the Pokemon Stadium OST, and I honestly just found it was really hard to draw to. It was mine on Monday. Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry. Happy birthday, DC. I'm sorry. Was it good? Did you have a good time? You hate your birthday? Okay. Burning the midnight or early morning as well. Yeah, as you know, last night's stream was kind of a disaster connection-wise. So since I was just up early, I figured, you know what, now's a good time to try and test it, you know, especially since I know people are streaming today. Oh, speaking of people streaming today, everyone give a big round of applause to Corky for reaching affiliate. Oh, it's Mumbo's Mountain. Oh, there's a game I'd love to stream. It's super awesome to find out. We just check the chat. It's like, hey, I know you weren't feeling too great. Oh, hey, D, thank you very much for resubscribing. Hi, buddy. Huh? The notification didn't go up. That's odd. Now get in the effing robot. That's been 9 months. It's good to see you, D. It's been a hot minute since you've been on the streams. I know you've been dealing with a lot of personal life stuff. How you doing? The number didn't go up, though, so I don't know what the... 7 viewers at this... It says 4 for me. 7 viewers. That's unusual. You're alright? That's good. Alright's better than bad. It's good to see you. Shout out to D, Awesome Durg. They're actually currently trying to sell an adopt character. So if you check their Twitter, I think it was on your Twitter, yeah. 9 on my... Jesus, people. I know why I'm up this early. What's y'all's excuse? I'm drawing one of my characters from a story I've been trying to get off the ground for literally a decade. His name is Max. I have technically started it a few times, but I never liked how it was coming out, so I've, like, redone it, like, yeah, like a few times. Oh, hi Diddy Kong Racing. Oh, we got like 34 dropped frames for a second there. Still, it's been pretty good, all things considered. Like, I know I was joking about, don't say dropped frames during my actual stream, but, like, I'm not that superstitious. I mean, I'll believe in ghosts, but luck? There we go, 7. Effed up sleep schedule. That's fair. Different time zones. It's 9 a.m. That's my excuse. He's a mad scientist. No, his father's a mad scientist. Or, as he's been reinterpreted in later versions, he's, sort of a crime boss with some mad scientist undertones. I mean, he's still called Doctor, but that's like he's actually a doctor. Like he's like a doctor of engineering and whatnot. So, but as for Max himself, no, he's not a mad scientist. He did at one point, like at one point of the script, he did work for his father. But as it sort of evolved, I figured it was more interesting if he didn't. And as of the latest kind of revision of this universe, the two haven't seen each other in years. And so the impetus of the story is them re-engaging. And kind of the difficulty that comes with that. My problem of getting it off the ground? I don't know. Other things have just kind of come up. You know? Life has come up. Streaming or YouTube has come up. Just not being sure how I want to progress with the story. Not feeling confident enough to progress with the story. You know? Like, looking back at all, like, my other versions of the story, I never like how they come out. So, I do not remember this weird rock and roll version of the Yoshi story theme. I looked at myself in the mirror today, and I got myself compared to Gordon Freeman, and I'm like, bruh. You look like Gordon Freeman, apparently? I don't see it. So at this point, even though while he has a universe, and if at some point I can finally get the comic off the ground, at this point he's mostly just an OC of mine. I like to draw every now and again. Same with his supporting cast. It's like, eventually I'd like to make this into, like, a story. I've actually considered, instead of doing, like, a comic, because it's just so time-consuming, it's like, maybe I'll make it, like, a novel. Because while it's also time-consuming, it's time-consuming in, like, a different way. If that makes sense. I think I would have more free time to write, rather than just draw. On the other hand, I could also draw my pages like traditionally or something. I don't know. I've thought about several different solutions, and just none of them really stuck. Connection is remaining good and stable. How long have we been streaming for now? Only 19 minutes. Okay. I don't know how long we're going, but, you know. Button's gonna show up again? Oh, absolutely. I will definitely be drawing Buttons more. He's a character I also have for kind of... Huh, it skipped part of the opening for some reason. He's a character I also definitely have stories and whatnot for. Like, if I'm to be frank, what I want to use Buttons for is for an animated pitch. If I was to ever get, like, involved in animation or whatever, I wanna put him in, like, a pitch or, like, a pilot, or, like, a web pilot or something like that. I'm thinking maybe like a web pilot, like uploaded to the internet, kind of like upload it to YouTube or Newgrounds or something and see how that goes over. Probably, if I'm being honest, probably Newgrounds. Then again, I mean, like YouTube, it would probably get a wired reach. I don't know. That's for stuff in the future, you know. Nothing wrong with going a decent length, a decent amount of people watching. That's fair. Ah! Hi, Kaze. Rainbow Clef. Oh, I love Pokemon Snap. And the new one is coming out. That's actually when I'm going to be getting Abyss. So if you want to help with that, you can resubscribe, or you can, excuse me. Oh, that's probably why the number went out, because you resubscribed. You were technically still a subscriber. Okay. Now that I think about it, a D. But, you know, whatever. Thanks. Sent you comparison images on Discord. I've been able to sleep even a few minutes. Oh, I'm sorry, Kaze. I actually managed to sleep tonight, but knowing me, I'm probably still going to be tired. But hey, you know, at least I tried, so... Yeah, apologies, I can't do the actual, Gilbert Gottfried voice, because I've got someone trying to sleep in the next room over. And unlike me, they don't wake up at either obscenely early or late hours. I can't stop playing Skyrim. I'm sorry, Lostman. I too know what it's like to be lost in that bubble. I've actually kind of changed up how I draw Max's hair in this piece, and I like it a lot better. Before, it was kind of angular and like, okay, actually, you know what am I doing? I have a picture here. See, it was a little bit more angular. And it sort of had a more, like, consistent rule as to what side of the face it's stuck to. I didn't really like how that looked, so now it's just kind of generally floofy hair. Kind of goes in whatever direction I want it. I haven't slept either, but I got excitement keeping me awake. Yes! Again, I would like to reiterate, in case you guys didn't hear, my good friend, Cosmic Void Mage, I'm used to her old username, reached affiliate. As of, I believe it was it was either early this morning or it was late last night. There is no existence, there is no void, there's only Skyrim. You changed how you drew Roy's mohawk also? Max doesn't really have a mohawk, it's mostly just in sort of Bad Vibes universe. Unlike how I normally draw characters like this where they just have the hair. In Bad Vibes universe, Max is, like, what it is that he has, like, head hair and it's overgrown. Like, he has, like, head fur, around here, and it's sort of, like, grown out, so I'm thinking of doing when I color him as maybe having it be, like, more like a soft transition over here. Or something. Your star means you're subscribed. I want to get, like, a custom icon, like, I want to draw up, like, a custom icon for it. Oh, Paper Mario battle music. Didn't we already hear you a couple of streams ago? Rory's boyfriend Barry has a sort of head foof. Yeah, exactly. There is a void. Void is here. He is here. Now. I really like how the heart emote came out. But yeah, Max's hair is kind of like a head fluff, so that's more what it is. He can just kind of let his hair grow out, or his head fur kind of grow out. I like it too. Oh, I also like your little cute little emote. I am skipping this. Okay. Because as much as I love the GoldenEye soundtrack, it's the James Bond theme. Anyway, a little while ago I started a Fallout Elder Scrolls fanfic. Yeah, is there like Like a popular fan theory that's like those games exist in the same universe. Yeah, that makes sense. I was skipping the GoldenEye main theme because it's the James Bond theme. Sure, it's a remix of it, but it's still the James Bond theme. Yes. Thank you for letting people know that I have a Twitter. I'm pretty sure literally everyone in the chat right now already follows it. And yes, I'm being a little slightly bit more active on it today, or I was. I figure checking it once isn't necessarily a bad thing. That's actually where I saw the snow thing, though that was when I was updating people that we were in fact even doing this stream to begin with. Hey, thank you very much for the host, Kaze. Oh, I love this theme. It's, yeah. All Tale 2, okay. I actually, my first since I didn't really play the N64 Bomberman games, my kind of exposure to the song was in a, thank you very much for the host, Cosmic Void Mage, was in a video from 2008 or 2007, and it was saying Bomberman is in Smash Brothers Brawl, and it was a remix that made it sound like Happy, and it sounded like ice music, and for the longest time I thought it was like ice music. Now the video in question had a bunch of screen caps and Photoshop edits of Bomberman being in Smash Brothers Brawl, and they all came from the same source. It was a website called Smash Brothers Mojo, which was a parody of the dojo that they used for Brawl updates. And here's the thing, it was so convincing, I thought that even though it was on that website, it was real. I thought they were hosting leaks. Like in that instance, the rest of them were very obviously parodies and jokes, but those looked so real that I thought they were real, even though I found them on a parody website. It was also 2007, so I wasn't very smart. It's disliked. Canada is pretty much Skyrim. Skyrim's more like, it's more like Greenland or Iceland or something, you know? It's more like, I don't know. I'd say if there was a place in video games that reminded me of Canada, because I think it's literally based on Canada, it would be the Northern Cremisphere from Donkey Kong Country 3. Minigame rules. Oh, I love the Kirby 64 soundtrack. I think I've played it on stream. Yes, I have. I was refreshing Twitter constantly until I passed out, but honestly, no one's going to buy my Adopt Day one. I thought Skyrim was based on... It's probably based on Norway, yeah. That's probably more accurate than what I was saying. I'm just uneducated. But yeah, if I ever think of, like, a place in a video game that's based on Canada, I think of the Northern Cremisphere. Could be. You have played it here before, because I remember those club remixes they had at the... Yeah. It's really nice having the chat update this quickly. Which is where I'm from. Yeah, it's probably Norway, then. They did frequently like, Skyrim belongs to the Nords! Yeah, true, but I mean, that guy also said he took an arrow to the knee, and I don't buy that for a second. If you look at the guards in Skyrim, none of them look like they took an arrow to the knee. And I've taken several arrows to the knees in that game. So there you go. You're a quacktastic Nord. You're a Nord! You're a Nord too! I wonder if that accent is offensive to some people. Whatever. It's not meant in offensive intent. Nah, not really. Good. Because I wasn't intending to be offensive, and I don't think the game Skyrim was either. Wow, that does update fast now. Even on mine, I'm seeing it different. Well, that's good. accents as stereotype is meant for comical effect. True, but like Bretons speaking Cockney accents. Breton. Otherwise it'd be, but it's for me it's like, yeah, something can be based for comedy, but like just because it is based for comedy doesn't mean that it isn't necessarily like offensive. Like the thing is that a lot of people, when they argue for things like, oh, well, when Family Guy makes a joke like this about like Mort being super Jewish, it's funny because it's just a joke, guys. I'm like, yeah, it's a joke, but jokes can still be offensive. And while obviously I'm not Jewish, I could totally understand why someone would look at that and be like offended. Hi, F-Zero-X. This game is quite good. There's also a 64 disk drive version that lets you edit tracks, so that's exciting. Yeah, it's also just like a not very interesting way to like make it's just like cultural stereotypes. I don't know. It's just when people use that as like as like, haha, look at that person is Russian, so they drink lots of vodka. It's just like, oh, okay, like, come on, let's try and go for something a little bit more original, guys. And also potentially not offensive. Or if you're gonna make fun of me for being Canadian, at least like go for like, I don't know, new jokes. Like, hey, our internet infrastructure sucks, so like make fun of us for that. I don't know. Like sticking A on the ends of every sentence isn't that funny anymore. Like maybe it was for like 5 minutes, but like not so much now. It is the year of our Lord and Savior 2021. Find new ways to make fun of me for being Canadian, damn it. Internet jokes, huh? I mean, in a mafia, how do you recognize the difference between the Italian or the American one? Well, I mean, historically, the American mafia has a lot of Italian connections, but like that's just kind of because a lot of like when it was being formed, a lot of people who were immigrating there were Italian, also Irish. Internet jokes, huh? One of the funny aspects in Warhammer Total War, Bretonian ability speaks in French accents, and Peanuts have English one. There's a group of people in Warhammer called the Peanuts. I would figure that if there was a group of people called the Peanuts, their language would consist of wah 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 wah. Peasants. That's interesting. Apparently, England has a better dental score on average than America, so the stereotype of having bad teeth might not be as true. Yeah, I think a lot of that comes from like, again, that's like a classic stereotype. It probably hasn't been true for quite some time. Which is so funny to me, considering that nowadays people are all like, yeah, well, let's make fun of the Brits. And they're using, like, stereotypes from, like, 30 or so years ago. To be fair, I know why it happened. It was a kind of, like, frustration from, there was, like, a lot of, Like, there was, like, a lot of comments about, like, a lot of very distasteful comments about, like the mass shootings that were becoming more and more frequent at the time. And a lot of them, I guess, were coming from, like, British internet users. So it was kind of pushback against that. I don't think that's a very realistic or helpful way of pushing back against that sort of thing. But hey, internet, what you gonna do, right? Cough, Brexit, cough. I'm sure that didn't help. Britain has better healthcare. I have very little to say on Brexit, so I think if you understand my political alignment, you probably understand how I feel about it. Big Trouble, Mario Party 3. I don't remember this track. More with the time stereotype rich people is that we're all bootlicking xenophobes and transphobes. Yeah, that's something that doesn't come up a lot, actually, is the British government and, you know, xenophobia. You'd think that would come up, but it doesn't. It's almost like people are more interested in just being mean than they are actually making a point. Shouldn't the hood have ear holes? Not necessarily. I mean, I don't mind that idea, but it doesn't necessarily have to. Something I tend to do when I'm drawing, like, hoods is I tend to push the ears down. But I mean, I could, like, give it a look, but I'm not really sure how I would go about making that look organic. I guess I might just... kind of add like a thing there. Apparently the LGB Alliance is now an actual charity or whatever. I love this country. Huh. I don't have a lot to say on that, unfortunately, as I'm not entirely... Oh, Star Fox 64. Love this music. Ironically, in the circles I run, I mostly hear about Britain transphobia. Interesting. I'm not quite sure how you mean that, but like you hear about transphobia in Britain, or do you hear about people being transphobic to British trans people? As you can tell, I'm being a little bit more open about this discussion right now because it's like early in the day or / night enough as to where I don't think it's as much of an issue. I don't even know if I'm archiving the stream. I might anyway, just because screw it. Now, with that said, let's not get too deep into the political talk, but I am a little bit more, like... open to talking about it, I guess, right now. Maybe it's just because I've just... I don't know. I might make the kind of sleeve a little bit baggier, just because that would make more sense. Oh, I love Star Fox 64 so much. Yay, my favorite level. In my favorite season. Although my favorite, like, theme variant of Click Clock Wood for Banjo-Kazooie is Spring. Hi, Mousego Squeaks! A little column A, a little column B, if that helps. Oh, no! Hi, Mousego Squeaks! Oh, Squeak. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you, friend. just doing a test stream to make sure that my internet connection doesn't keep bungling, and so far it's being pretty good. I can see you. I'm sorry, you're not John Cena. I can't see you. Fenix have good eyes for that sort of thing. Thank you, Fenbot, for reminding people about the rules. The sleeve doesn't make a lot of sense, unfortunately, but... Finding actual... Well, actually, I put my hoodie on right here. Why don't I just... So, it should kind of taper... Yeah, okay. Let me just... It should be... What it should be doing is kind of tapering, and then kind of... Okay. So, yeah, I kind of didn't do it all that well. You're not allowed to be rude or a jerk. Heck! Yeah, sorry. You gotta be a good bean while you're on my stream. Must be respectful to other folks. And no hate speech. What is the world coming to? I know, right? Next thing you know, we might be asked to actually, like, respect other people. Oh, it's from Perfect Dark. I was like, wait, this sounds familiar. I am so excited for the Perfect Dark reboot. Oh. There, that looks a lot less awkward. Is just kind of having it, like, fold up. Can I at least steal all the cheese? Well, not my cheese. I need that. For cheese. Mario Odyssey Wooded Kingdom music. I like that track. Oh, it is really good. I like how that level looks like Sonic Colors. I think I said that before, but like it looks like Planet Wisp. Oh, Mario Tennis! You weren't even a mouse, why would I need the cheese? I still like cheese, dude. Yeah, other things eat cheese. Cheese is for squeaks. And you're allowed to have the cheese. There is cheese for the squeaks. If you look to your left, there is cheese there for the squeaky. Yeah, fens are also squeaky. Source, I'm also fen. Also, anyone who's watched my streams is probably familiar with the fact that sometimes my voice goes squeaky, so... Actually, my voice doesn't... Literally, as I'm saying that, my voice went like... Actually, I don't squeak that much. It's like, oh wait, yes I do, never mind. Looks to my left, my bed is made of cheese now? Perfect! Yeah, exactly, there, see? Quack! So while folks are here, just a gentle reminder that I do in fact accept tips. Shiogora says it best. Cheese for everyone! I do in fact accept tips, and tips are an awesome way to help support the stream. They help me buy better equipment, buy new games to stream, and on top of that, they also help me live. Also, with a business birthday coming up, I really want to get him Pokemon Snap, like new Pokemon Snap. Like I want to pre-order that for him. So, tips help a lot. On top of that, if you want a little bit more oomph, you can also subscribe, which will get you some benefits and whatnot. And we actually have a subscriber goal up in the top right, as you can see. And if we make it to 80 within the next 2 days, I don't foresee that happening, but it would be pretty cool. We will be doing a bonus stream, and you will be able to vote as to what it is on Twitter. depends on your I guess. You guess what? What kind of cheese? Yes. As someone whose doctorate is in wordplay and cheese making, yes. The cheese is yes. This is Whizpig. Yeah. The first one. Because there's 2 races with Whizpig. I think. I remember there being 2 races with Whizpig. Isn't one of them like he's giant and you're like chasing him, or like he's chasing you or whatever, and then the other one is like he's on like a rocket? Dr. Mario! Dr. Mario 64 is super cool because it adds in like characters from like Wario Land and whatnot. I wish Mario would cross over more with like the Mario spin-offs, like with like Yoshi's Island and like Donkey Kong. I think that'd be really cool. Having like a Mario game but it exists in Donkey Kong Country would be really cool. I love myself some Brie or Gouda, but almost all cheese is good. Twitter's the website that God forgot exists as a horrible demon website. It's the house site for a reason. Dr. Mario, I remember well. Yee. I love blue cheese sauce. Blue cheese on its own, I actually have not tried. The thing is, people always tell me, oh, it tastes terrible. I've never tried it, and I've always been curious to try it. So I don't remember what it was, Korg, that you got. That I think it was like a salad that you got that had like blue cheese in it. If you ever want to like pawn off that blue cheese, let me know, because I've always been curious to try it. Oh, from... Oh, I didn't know Lego Racers was on N64. I knew it was on PlayStation. I wonder what the difference is in like the soundtrack is, because Nintendo 64 and PlayStation soundtracks tend to sound very different, and it's always really fascinating to hear the differences. I didn't because I subbed for cheddar. Ah, yeah, blue ones I believe for moldy cheese, maybe like on a... Yeah, that's like an old like wives' tale that blue cheese is like moldy cheese. It smells bad, but it's got a particular taste that could be nice to things. But brie I like as well. Oh, I love brie, especially on bread. This is very, like, strange, farty music. But I mean, like, that's the Lego Island soundtrack. It's like, demented. In, like, a good way. It's a pretty kooky soundtrack. Goat cheese is also good. Never been a super huge fan of goat cheese, if I'm being honest. Not that I think it's bad, if that makes any sense, but... I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this line art. I mean, it's not a bad thing that I'm spending time on this line art. It's more just I'm surprised. Because normally on my own art, I don't spend as much time on the line art. Keto and goat cheese is heaven. More ketones in my body, more fuel. Ah, yes, ketones. More goat cheese for me. Okay, Mouse, if you look on your bed, it's there. I sort of have, I have Fembot kind of scurrying over to your guys' places and just dropping off cheese. So, you know, I know where each and every single one of you live. Apparently my streams get like that when I stream early. So this was just gonna be like a quick 10-minute test, but apparently this is a full-blown stream. Fembot tried, but you were too big of a derg. He couldn't lift you. Sorry. Remember, he's just a small boy. He's like about the size of a Poochie. Working good, the stream. How did I find... Corgi, I have a very particular set of skills. Oh, Pokemon Puzzle. I was like, wait, when did they do the Pokemon thing? Right, Puzzle League, which is just paneled upon. But they based it on the Pokemon anime. And actually gave it, like, unique anime cutscenes, which is really cool. It's actually one of the few N64 games that have, like, full, proper FMV. How does one survive off of Twitter? You don't. Mickey Speedway USA. I think this is actually made by Rareware. Like... Yeah, it was actually developed by Rare. Apparently it's really good. I never played it. I really like this music, though. That's actually one thing. Mickey Mouse games tend to have really good music. Like Castle of Illusion, Mickey Mania, Magical Quest, Epic Mickey, Mickey Speedway USA, apparently. The kittens turned off your monitor. Oh, the little butts! The little stinkies! Good music hype! Oh yeah, of course you would say that, Donald. Ooh. The file select from Banjo-Tooie. Gosh, how did you know? Yes. Listen to any Elder Scrolls music? I'm more familiar with Skyrim and Oblivion soundtracks. There's a few Morrowind tracks that I've heard that I like, but like I couldn't name any of them off the... It's not really music I listen to just offhand. I think at least David Wise used a Roland JV 1080. Oh, okay, D, straight up, I've missed your music trivia so much. Because it's really fascinating. I like that kind of stuff. Not sure about Grant Kirkhope? No idea. Grant Kirkhope just composes the music from his mouth. He just sits there at the thing and he just does it with his mouth. I don't know why that was the first thing that came to my head, but... Oh. You should! Oh my god! Yes, they are. They are both guitarists. Zelda. Yes, this is the Majora's Mask. I believe this is the sub-boss music. Though I might be misremembering. It's been a while since I played Majora. How can you say something is truly dead? I don't know. If it stopped breathing and is no longer moving. Sounds like a lost verse to God is Dead by Black Sabbath. Peaceful Mushroom Village. I've actually never played the first Mario Party, but I'm familiar with like its music. And this is a good track. Oh, the piano for Super Mario World is from the Korg M1. I'm not familiar with that, but that is interesting. I just heard Luigi. Oh yeah. Calamari Desert. Blind Guardian. Oh, like the band. Oh. Oh, good, guys. The soundtrack from Hey You Pikachu. Don't you guys love Hey You Pikachu? I mean, I liked it, but that's as like a little kid. But even like when I was a kid, I remember it not working, right? But I just liked it anyway because I just thought it was cool. Because it was, oh my god, it's a Pokemon game on the TV. I kind of find it funny how Charles Martinet had a separate Luigi voice when Smash 64 and Melee. They just reused Mario's clips and picks them up slightly. Yeah, it is strange. I think it's I think a lot of that was just due to the fact that they were still kind of figuring out what they wanted to do for like Luigi. In Mario Party, they actually, for the first two, they actually used Luigi's German voice. So he sounds like, woohoo! And things like that. And in Mario Golf, Luigi's voice is very different, even though it was done by Charles Martinet. It's very deep. Like we know how Luigi sounds like, oh yeah, it's a Luigi time, wahoo! And he sounds like a little wimbly. Yeah, hey! Things like that. In like Mario, oh, what's this from? Is this from? Well, it's from Paper Mario. It's Shiver Mountain. But in like, I think it's Mario Golf. He's all like, "Hey, I'm a Luigi. I'ma get myself a 5," and things like that. It's like, damn. Like, speaking of power metal, does anyone know about John Schaefer of Iced Earth? Name sounds familiar. The Paper Mario soundtrack is so good.
So we're finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too.
I've been waiting for this day. To have the DK rap in one of my streams. I have been waiting for this day. And it just happened, and it is by complete happenstance. Yeah. John Schaefer is going to jail for storming the... Oh, of course. That's probably where I heard his name. Still need to get the vinyl for Undertale and Klonoa 2. Yeah. Is there a vinyl for the Donkey Kong 64 soundtrack? Because if there's not, I'm going to be very sad. I do not like how the claws are coming. I've always hated drawing claws. I can never get them right.
No style. He has no grace. This Kong has a funny face. Inflate himself, just like a balloon. This crazy Kong just thinks it's true.
Huh! Walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells. Grapes, melon, oranges, and coconut shells. From Fangamer, I think. Interesting. DK Donkey Kong. I like claws. Claws are cool, I just hate drawing them. Tough Kong, he'll make you smile when he plays his tune. But Kremlings beware, cause he's after you! He's here for you. It's the last member of the DK crew. Okay, so straight up, I love the soundtrack for Super Smash Bros. Melee, but one thing I'll never forgive it for is how, like, terrible its version of the DK rap is. Like, the first bit's pretty good, and I appreciate what they try to do where each segment has, like, a different kind of musical genre, but it just sounds so bad. The Fangamer one is where I got Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, the Clono's one is from Shipto Shoreko. Still not as strange as people selling cassette tapes on Bandcamp. I don't get the... Do they really do that? That's strange. CG. Coconut Gun. Oh, yeah. Castlevania 64. This game is terrible, but I love this music. In fact, in general, the game's soundtrack is quite nice. When it's playing. Which is like 1% of the time. I actually think this song is like a remix of a song from Symphony of the Night, but I might be misremembering. But I remember when I finally sat down and I played this and like I listened to the soundtrack. I was in high school and I was like super obsessed with Castlevania. But like, listen how nice this sounds. Oh, it doesn't play the whole thing. It cut out. Stupid list. Skipping this because it does have parts of the GoldenEye theme in it, like the 007 theme, which is a shame because I love the GoldenEye theme. It's so good. Yeah, apparently. Shimba Yamane-san. They messed up the meter in Melee, it feels. What happened with... You can sometimes buy musicians' music on cassette tapes, like new music on cassette tape. Okay, I get the appeal of buying like a new like cassette tape because there's like a novelty to it, but why would you go to Bandcamp for that? Nothing wrong with tape speaking as a musician, but what happened with Yamane? Because like I just really quickly Googled and I couldn't find anything. That's kind of cool, though. I would totally buy music for my friends on cassette. Yeah, the idea of buying a cassette tape I'm fine with, but why Bandcamp? Why would you go to Bandcamp for that? She believed the voter fraud. Like, okay, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I remember hearing about that, actually. Here's the problem with a lot of my streams using N64 music is we're hearing repeats from other streams right now. Like from fairly recent streams too. Like how I know a certain Fen who makes music and I totally buy a cassette of their music. And a certain Derg, too. think the line art's done. Like, I've been on it for like an hour, and I think it's done. I think it's finished. I'm gonna have missed like a bunch of stuff. Like, I'm gonna like look back when I'm in the middle of coloring, and there's gonna be like a bunch of like rogue lines and things like that. It's weird. Some things I have a really good eye for, and then some things that just... What? I'm assuming you mean either to us buying your buying a cassette of music you've made, which I totally would. I love cassettes, even though they break really easily. I don't know, there's just something charming about them. You can download music from there, and they are, as far as I can tell, the only one doing it. Yeah, that's really weird. Like, again, I mean, if they're the only one doing it, I guess, but like that's not what I would. That's not what I would think of when I would think of Bandcamp. Like, I guess it's kind of cool, but it's very strange. It's a very strange decision. I'm not against it. Again, it's just really weird. Oh, we still got a few tracks on this. I hope they play the Mario 64 credits theme, because the Mario 64 credits theme is so good. Physical media, especially analog media, says better than digital. That's an argument I hear every now and again, yeah. Oh, that's my get up in the morning ringtone. Apologies. That's my I'm waking up to ash and dust. I think I might change the color of the line art, actually, because, I don't know, it looks a little weird. Because, like, I made it, like, dark blue. It looks a little strange. Plus, you know, I love your music, Kaze. Anyone else catch this pen? Yes, we were talking about that earlier, DC. Knuckles looks so... I mean, I know that that's obviously just a model, and they're probably still toying around with the design, but his proportions look so good. My only problem I have with physical media is buying it. Well, I mean, you kind of got it, man. I mean, that's fair, unless you, like, swipe it, but I would not advise doing that. That's very risky. And also, it would depend on where you'd be going from. Like, I'm not saying I advise theft, but I'm more concerned for a mom and pop than I am a Walmart. Let's just put it that way. I need to listen to your stuff, D. D's stuff is really nice. Like, one time I was talking about how much I love, like, PS2 era, like, synthetic, like, orchestras. And just on a whim, they just made, like, a sound sample using, like, a very Dark Cloud 2 sounding kind of sound font, and it was great. They just sent that to me on a whim one day. Like, oh yeah, by the way, when you mentioned that on Twitter, I decided to do this. Oh, keep it on path. You did, you did share a whip. If the bottle's any indication, it's gonna be something beautiful. But I love the Knuckles proportions, because to me, it's like, that's what Boom Knuckles should have looked like. Because my problem with Boom Knuckles always been, like, the next spot always looked weird, but my main thing was always, excuse me, was that his legs were always weird and long, and I didn't like it. But, like, here it looks, like, they were always thin and long, but now it's, like, they're stockier, they're more proportionate. It looks really good. Rental Stadium for Pokemon Stadium 2. I didn't play a lot of Stadium 2. I'm working on an EP that uses only a synth from the 80s, so if I could get all of that on tape, I would. Awesome! Well, like, if you look for something specific, let's say a European power metal band, the local Walmart is not going to have that in stock. No, they're not! Which is just a crime. Shake my head. The absolute state of the world. When you can't buy European power metal at a frickin' Walmart. Real talk, though, I do wish that, physical media options were less, like, garbo. We do actually have a record store, near where we live. But unfortunately, everything's on lockdown right now, so I can't go there and buy things. Not that I buy a lot of physical media for my music, but, you know. I have so many record stores around, so I've been able to find a lot of stuff. I am gonna... Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, which I never played. I'm gonna skip this because it has lyrics. And I get a little bit antsy about that. Starlift from Mario Party 3. Mario Party 3 is not on the... It was never put up on the Wii U eShop, and that's a crime to me. I buy my video game soundtracks online, though. Yeah, like, I tend to, like, buy my things online, and I tend to... For music, I tend to, like... listen to, like them digitally. Even though I am a big fan of physical media, it's just easier that way. I do have some physical, like, CDs and whatnot, but, like, basically all of my music is digital. There's no real reason for it other than just convenience. It's not like with video games, though. I think it's because... Oh, okay. I got excited because I thought we were raided for a second. That'd be a very strange time to raid someone, would be at, like, 5 in the morning. Metacrystal. This soundtrack is, like, this track is so good. It's a bit more ambient. Awesome. I do love, like, ambient, like kind of synthy style music. Every time I hear this, I just think of Metal Mario's footsteps. Aw, they ended it so fast. Ending the Yoshi story. Is this what they're ending it on? They're ending it on the Yoshi story ending music. Huh. That's odd. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's a good track. Yoshi story is a nice soundtrack. I'm just surprised. Also, hot take, I like Yoshi's story. I don't care how overly baby and cutesy it is. It's adorable, and it has awesome music, and I love it. I'm gonna cry. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi Zonka. That's up to the people following, but if you would be able to not advertise your stuff in my chat, I'd very much appreciate it. But hey, if folks want to follow, his username's right there. Or hers. Theirs. I also have a Spotify. I like having a music collection where I love physical media for my music, and I love how it sounds. Yeah, that's fair. No, the sense I'm using is not quite right. How do you mean? It's just so happy. It is. I do. I love Yoshi's. I'm actually tearing up right now. I actually love like Yoshi's story soundtrack. It's so good. It's so happy and so just homey and comfy. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Cyberpunk in style. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I can't hear this without thinking of that Booker vine that's just eat asshole. Apparently, Zona, do you study laws and philosophy? Eat asshole. God damn it. But no, like, real talk, I love this song. Yamane-san is the composer. And apparently, yeah, they believed in the voter fraud conspiracy. That thing that, you know, was proven to be false. Yeah. Thank you for going into more detail. I couldn't remember her first name. Especially Castlevania, which makes me very sad, because Castlevania music is really, really, really good. again, as you guys know, I brought this up earlier, but like, I was on, like, a major Castlevania binge in high school, so finding that out it sucks. Dun, 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 dun. There are people who still believe that to be true 5 months later. I think Zona mostly just showed up to let us know that they were doing the thing, which is unfortunate, but that's how it happens sometimes. People, they like, you know, they need to advertise however they can. Here's another N64 music compilation, because I've been feeling really old lately, and I've just been, like, listening to, like, GameCube and N64 music. It does actually, if I'm being honest, it is actually making me tempted to go back and finally edit together that, that tier list of game consoles that I did, because that was the last video I recorded. Yeah, if they mentioned that, I would have followed for sure. It was at the time, not sure about now, but she still believed it nevertheless. Yeah, maybe I'd like to. I hope she realized that she was wrong, but you know. Oh. Yeah, it's a big O. Instead of just, hey, I need more folks follow me. Well, the thing is, I don't really appreciate it when people come into my streams and be like, unless I say, hey, you want to advertise something, go ahead. But if they just show up and they just kind of plug their stuff, it's like, it's not really what we're here for. And if it is, I'll let you know. You know? Leave the plugging to me. I'll do the plugging for you. Give me a reason to follow me. Yeah, and if you are listening to this, Sona, this isn't, like, in, like, malice or frustration. It's just, in general, that's just not a very kosher thing to do. A lot of, I'm pretty lax about it. A lot of streamers are not. And that's not me saying, oh, well, it's because I'm such a nice guy. It's just, no, some streamers do legitimately take umbrage with that. Still one of the greatest title themes of any game. I don't mind it either. It's what you should say in the long run if you want to connect with it. Yeah, it's, in general, like, the best way I'd recommend doing it if you do want to go somewhere is to give us, like, an idea as to what your content is. Because, like, I might be like, sure, I'll subscribe, and then I click on it, and then it turns out, like, it's, like, all mukbang stuff. And I'm just like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. With that said, I do hope your affiliate journey is a smooth one, if you are, again, still listening. And again, I hope you take this feedback to heart. It's not meant to be mean or no one's angry. Tell me what you are and what you do, just like when I met... Yeah, I don't remember what I told you, but it was probably something to the effect of, my channel is a disaster, please follow anyway. I only found one article on it, an English one. Well, you're less likely to find, like, Japanese articles on it, because, I mean, like, we're using, like, the English internet, so it doesn't come up as frequently. It can, still, but it won't come up as frequently because, like, Google. Because of algorithm registered trademark of the Algorithm Corporation. It was a drawing. Pokemon Snap! I don't stream. Yet. Well, I'll be there when you do. By the way, have any of you guys, like, played Pokemon Snap recently? I have not, but I really want to. I do own it, actually. Like not even just, like, on Wii U. Like, I own a physical copy of it. I found it at a local pawn shop. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it. I need to get onto the Japanese internet. And connections. I don't have an N64. We actually do. We have an N64 in the house. So I really don't have much of it. Well, okay, we have an N64 at our house. We don't really have an easy way to connect it, is the thing. Like, we don't, like, I guess I could buy, like, one of those HDMI adapters or something, but not played it myself recently, but I had it as a kid. I love Pokemon Snap. It's actually one of my favorite games in the entire... Like, okay, I punk on Pokemon a lot, as you guys know, but there is a lot of really good Pokemon games, and a lot of them are the spin-offs, if I'm being honest. And one of the really good is Pokemon Snap. It has no right being as much fun as it is, and I'm so excited for the new one. I know that maybe getting excited for a modern Pokemon game isn't wise, but I mean, like, it's being made by Namco, and they made Pokken, and even though Pokken has an abysmal main story mode and a lack of content, the core gameplay of it's so good. And I give up. The Charmander sword remains my favorite part. Yeah. My favorite part, she tweeted about it. My favorite part of Pokemon Snap is the ending, when you're sort of going after, like, Mew and taking the pictures of Mew. My favorite part of that is because I distinctly remember getting to that part with a friend, and we thought it was really cool. Yoshi's story, love is in the air. Ba-bum-bum-ba-bum. Listen how nice this instrumentation is. Like, listen how nice this sounds. God, I love this soundtrack. It's funny, it's not one you hear a lot of people talk about. It's probably because not a lot of people like Yoshi's story, which is, I mean, fair, but you're wrong. It's not Kazoo's play. Yeah, it doesn't sound like farts. So I downloaded a game, I only played a demon as a kid. What? I think you missed a bit of coloring on the zipper. I probably did, yeah. Well, there's the hole there. Over there. Yes, I did. Let me just... By the way, another game with a killer soundtrack. Donkey Kong 64. I know, again, another game that people don't like. I don't blame you. It is long. It is very long and kind of tedious. But I love it anyway. Largely because I'm, like, super nostalgic to it. But also, excellent music. Would I love them, and they're never gonna do this? Demo. Thank you. What was the game? Oh, he's also got the bridge on his nose is colored. I forgot about that, too. I've barely touched it, so I have no opinion. I don't blame you, for not... Because I have it on the Wii U, so if you ever want to try it, it's right there. Like, let me put it to you this way. I downloaded it because I wanted to play it, and I downloaded it, like, 4 years ago, and I've barely touched it. It is a commitment. Like, even compared to Tui, it is a commitment. It is a very, very long game, and a lot of that length is unfortunately padding. Warhammer, Mark of Chaos. I've never played it. What was it on? Was it, I'm assuming, PC? In case you can't tell from my reference image and this, Max is a character I kind of go on for light fan service. Donkey Kong 64 is buggy as heck, so speedruns of it are fun to watch. Yeah! Speedruns of Donkey Kong 64 are quite fun to watch. Debatably, it's more fun than actually playing the game. I do actually want to fix, like, the length of his, actually his toes are kind of... It's always the feet. It's always the feet I get issues with. Because I'm looking at it and his toes are kind of, it kind of makes it look like that they're backwards. It's meant to be like perspective, but it... Kirby 64 is still the best one. I do like Superstar though. And I understand why some people they don't like it as much as the others, but I think it is really good. PC and it's an RTS like Total War. You might add it to your stream list. Donkey Kong 64. Okay, just be forewarned. It's largely a lot of backtracking. Like, damn. And not in, like, the Metroidvania, like, it's designed around it kind of way, and the, oh, they were padding for time kind of way. And I have no idea why, because even if you remove the padding, the game would still be very long. Because there's a lot to collect, and there's a lot to do. I don't get why they made that decision. A lot of it comes down to the fact that, unfortunately, you can't freely pick what Kong you want to use. You have to go to the selection barrels, and they all have different collectibles, right? And that doesn't sound too bad, but the collectibles are things like, what are basically that game's equivalent of coins. You can literally fly in a shot. Oh, Sonic 06! Very buggy, obviously. A lot of fun to watch. Sonic 06 I kind of like, but not because it's good, but because it's kind of amazingly terrible. Oh, I love Diddy Kong Racing. Oh, I wish that they would re-release the N64 version of this, because the DS version of it kind of sucks. What I want them to do is I want them to re-release Sonic 06, also known as what breaks Sonic fans. The origins of my favorite boy. Technically, the origins. But you know what? But like, real talk, if they like did like a second volume of like the Rare Replay and like released it on Switch with like the Nintendo Rare games, like Donkey Kong 64, Diddy Kong Racing, and things like that, I would lose my mind. I missed out on so much Nintendo growing up. Oh, Nintendo, my things were Nintendo and PlayStation, so Diddy Kong Racing reminds me of the time my local health club, kids club. I spent a lot of time there as a kid, and they always had a TV with this game on it. Diddy Kong Racing for like a good like year or so was my life. Ah yes, Pokemon Stadium Free Battle. This is actually my favorite song in the game. Like, this is the one I always remember. Like, I should mention that one time that we did stream Pokemon Stadium, I just want to point out, I don't think it's a bad soundtrack. I think it's nice enough. It's just, it's got like a sound to it that makes it a little hard to draw to, I guess. It's very like, bwah, 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 bwah. It's very spastic, high energy kind of music, which can work, but yes, they were, and they were the first official games they were in. Oh, Shooting Star Summit. Oh, the N64 had some really good music. You grew up with a Mega Drive despite being 23. I grew up with a SNES and an NES, so it's all good. It's not that unusual. I did eventually... okay, and yeah, actually, and a Genesis, now that I'm thinking about it, because when I was really young, the gent who my mom was dating at the time, her kids had a Genesis. That was actually where I first played Donkey Kong 64, was in that house. We actually moved in with them for a while, and that's where I got to play Sonic and Knuckles for the first time. And while I would argue Sonic Adventure 2 is the game that properly started my Sonic addiction, I wouldn't have been interested in that game if I never played Sonic and Knuckles on the Genesis. By the way, if you're wondering what title I prefer, Genesis or Mega Drive, both names are good. I think both names are really cool. Mario Party 3's dual mode. I actually don't remember this track as much. Maybe it's because I didn't really play dual mode because, you know, two-player Mario Party isn't that interesting to me. And that's why I love music. Yeah, because, like, I don't care what anyone says. The Genesis had some absolute bobs. But yeah, if you're curious where I stand on the Genesis/Mega Drive debate, both sound cool. Both are really cool names. The Genesis is just a really cool system, I think. Like, I still think it's badass as hell. Good choice. I love I love this, like this song. The Smash Bros. 64 menu music. There's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I really like that it's so calm. It's like, it's the calm before the storm, you know? Like, you hear it and you're just like, you know something's coming, but you don't know what it is. Like, and then when you get it, it's, oh, I love it. My favorite game of all time changes quite frequently. I guess Sonic Adventure 2 is often my default, but as you guys know, that game, it's mostly for the main campaign. 100%ing it is like a different beast. And I'm on kind of a break with that game right now. So, because 100%ing it was a bit of an experience. Offhandedly, though, I don't know. I have a few answers for that question, I guess. So, DLC patch release for a game I play for PC. Is that weird? I mean, it's not that odd. Final Fantasy IX. I do love Final Fantasy IX. But my answers tend to be hard to say. I've got a lot of favorites out there. I love Mega Drive music when it's done right. People ragging on it sad because it's slew of American soundtracks are probably don't need to put documentation on the soundtrack. Yeah! That actually finished. That was on N64, Zelda Ocarina of Time. I like Ocarina of Time. I feel like Majora's Mask is just better. Although, admittedly, I get why some people don't like it. It's a very strange game. It's very weird. Like it's very unconventional. But my favorites, I tend to tell people, my favorite games are Sonic Adventure 2, Epic Mickey, which I know is a weird choice for some people, but screw it. But Sonic Adventure 2, Epic Mickey, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Banjo-Tooie. Oh, it's because you play it on the PS4, so you're like, oh good, they released a patch, but only on PC! Oh, I love that. I don't have a best game of all time? Well, the thing is that I would argue that a lot of my favorites are not best games of all time. Like, maybe Banjo-Tooie, I would argue, but, like, Sonic Adventure 2, like I say that almost exclusively for, like, its main campaign, and also, to a slightly lesser extent, the Chow. But, like, just trying to 100% the game is a very different story. I don't think it's, like, terrible or anything, but it's something I just don't have the patience for anymore. Because I was able to do it as a kid, but, like, I can't do it. I just don't think I could do it now. It is very much an undertaking, and I just don't have the patience for it. But Sonic Adventure 2's main campaign and just its core gameplay and its level design is, in its stories, in its music, is all so good that I think it makes up for it. Epic Mickey is a very unusual choice. I know why a lot of people that's the one I tell people, and they look at me like I have 3 heads. But that game is just, it's so good. It's so good. I promise, give it a shot. It has its issues, it's glitchy. It has some issues with linearity, unfortunately, and its camera kind of sucks. But I promise, within that, it's a really good game. And dude actually made a video about it recently, and I guess I haven't watched it, but I guess he didn't enjoy it, which is unfortunate, but... Banjo-Tooie, Resident Evil 4, Ultima 4, House Flipper, Gunstar Heroes, Ocarina of Time. Those are all good choices. Dawn of War, never played it. Mario Kart 64, goldmine of high-quality roll-and sound canvas instruments. Yes. Oh, this is Perfect Dark, yeah. Oh, I love the Perfect Dark soundtrack. Stalker! That game taught me terror. Dark Cloud's pretty good, but I prefer the second one. Thunder Force 4 is great music. Thunder Force 4 is kick-ass music. Gunstar Heroes is an amazing soundtrack. Yakuza 0 and the I still have not played the coin game. That's something we should stream sometime. Because it was gifted to me. I do own it, so... Although, if there are any games here that you want me to stream, a great way for me to... A great way for to help me get more games for us to stream in the future is with tips. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Listen how good this... God, Rare really knew what they were doing with the N64 sound chip. Like, or not... Because technically the N64 didn't have a sound chip. But I guess the sound suite would be a better way to put it. Capabilities. Hi, Lego Racers again. I learned to hate invisible enemies this time. Invisible enemies in general suck. I was also told to stream it. Coin game, yes! One big teenage summer's day simulator. I actually was in more arcades as a kid, but I do have, like, arcade... machine memories from when I was a teenager. At the cottage I went to as like a teenager, like years later, as a teenager, they had like a Marvel vs. Capcom machine, and I spent a lot of time on that, as well as I think they also had a Raiden 4 machine, or not Raiden 4, Raiden 2. And that game is really good, but I suck at it. Oh hey look, it's the sun's coming up. All-nighter achieved. Here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Revenge of Shinobi is the first time that a Japanese composer made music based on more American music styles. Interesting. Oh yeah, sleep is a thing. Oh, Wave Race! Oh my god, Wave Race! The last time I played Wave Race 64, I was like an ankle biter. I was a little kid. I haven't touched it in so long. Wave Race! Oh my god. I loved Wave Race 64. Oh, I need to play it again. Oh. Dawn of War soundtrack was amazing. I'll have to give it a listen. For games, yes. Yes, that is interesting. About the Revenge of Shinobi thing. Oh, hi, Conker. I think we can put away the refs now. I fully woke up at 11, so actually that was a lie, but I'll be up basically until I go to bed later tonight. Oh, God. It actually has a really, like, nice, theme. It's also Conquer. Conquer 12 Tales, which was the sort of unreleased, kid-friendly version of this game. I actually really like the overworld theme, the windmill theme, Like, hang on, I'm gonna pause this. I'm just gonna put it on, because it's a really good, like, piece of music. Like, let me, Okay, I don't need it for half an hour. I just kind of wanted to play for a bit. Oh, that's it remade. I'm looking for, like... Okay, the only show of it is the 30-minute version, so I'll just kind of... Waver 64 is a song which tries to sound like an Akai EWI, which is basically a saxophone but a synthesizer. No time like the now! Injects coffee or energy drink into my bloodstream. I stream at 11, so I'm gonna need some energy. Like 11 a.m.? Damn, okay. Damn, shoddy, I. Like, listen how jolly this is. That's pronounced wee! Oh, okay, sorry. You're gonna go to sleepy? Okay, DC, it was good seeing ya. Max is a cutie because I designed him to be a cutie. Yeah, oh, I know you, Iwi. Iwi! I know you double stream, I just didn't know you were doing it so early. I wrote sleepy instead of sleep. I should definitely go to sleep. But you could go to sleepy, that works too. Autocorrect sucks. I mean, you can turn it off, I think. Night-night! Or morning, I guess. See ya! I'm tempted to add speckles onto his lower legs. Like, around his, where his, like, I guess there's no way to get around it. I guess his lower butt. What do you guys think? Do it. It's already 5:30 in the morning. It's, yeah. Did you stay up all night, Mouse? Yeah, I can always undo it. Yeah, that looks cute. I'm gonna keep it. Although it does look a little, you know what, maybe I'll, hang on. I'll make it, like, a little bit more, like, a slightly different shade, because let me just, oh, god damn it, hang on. There we go, because it looked a little, suspect. Actually, let's, this is normal time for you to be awake. Oh, okay, that's fair. He's a cat. He's just a specifically he's a Havana brown cat, though I gave him some like some more speckles and whatnot because I thought it looked cute. Ah, crud. Yeah, I guess. Maybe I'll like. Yeah, maybe that's not the best idea. Which is a shame because I like the idea, but like it's the color. It's the color kind of makes it look a little, you know. So let's just keep it as is. That's a shame because I liked the shape of it. It's just the color. I don't want to make it like a different color because it'll just look weird. You need a tabby who knocks up a black cat. What? Also, Mouse, that's very inappropriate. I said I was going to play a game like 6 hours ago. Then why didn't you? Cat, I think. Yeah, he's a cat. He's a Havana Brown. The kittens. The puppies. Alright, I think you get the gist. Let's still, it's a really good track. There's also, actually, one more thing. Actually, there's a, I want to make a character based on Mocha because Mocha does have really pretty colors. This is the original Treasure Trove Cove music, and I actually really like it. I wasn't inappropriate at all. The first letter were in tabby stuff. Aw. They were all babies. I mean, yes. Oh, don't crash on me. Yeah, I'm gonna save it just in case, because I don't trust it. I just remembered I haven't saved in a while. Torties are so cute. Yes.
black cats are pretty cool. I've got 2 as well, and they are babies. One of them isn't. I mean, I know most of you already know this, but one is an old lady named Vex, and she's very loud, and the other is a big chungus named Salem, and he's like an absolute baby. Like you could just like pick him up, and he'll just be like, "Well, this is my life now." Heckin' cats. Well, don't worry too hard. This cat here likes mice, so... Terrifying. One of them is part Maine Coon. He's so heckin' fluffy! I haven't kind of considered a Platinum Fox character, but I don't know, monsters on my jam. You should! Platinum Foxes are so pretty! You can make a monster fox. Floofers. Yes, floofers. That cat sounds so cute. Yes, he's a big fluffy baby. I've debated making see that's half dragon, half mouse. Oh my god, do it! Drag mouse, do it! That sounds so awesome. Do it. Eat his cheese and breathe fire on it first so it's melting. Exact. A drouse. Oh, Mocha's begging for attention. His boyfriend is some kind of canine-like monster with tentacle. Oh. Yes, I'm familiar with this character. I think you've had me draw them before. It's not as suggestive as it sounds, folks. Anyway, that's a really good piece of music. Back to Conquer. Music that sounds very farty, but on purpose. Oh! You gonna post the babies in the Discord? Yay! As an aside, if somehow anyone watching is not on the Discord, join the Discord. They're in a gang. He mostly uses his tentacles to hold knives and stuff. Oh no. Aw, Stream Doctor with that cute little emote. You always find the cutest emotes, Stream Doctor. I want to see the babies. Two cute animals. Are you sure you put them in? Or are they in Corgi's Discord? Yeah, because I'm not seeing them. The last thing is in there is the big floppa that I shared. Big Floppa's adorable, by the way. Such a cute Kirkle. I'm tired. Okay, so you probably put it in the in Corgi's Discord, not mine. If you're tired, go nap. Oh, I love. Oh my God, they look like Salem and Vex. They kind of look like my cats. I mean, the chungas, their head's not quite as round, but that's probably more because their main Eee! Ducky sharing ducks eating the pea. I love that, of the ducks eating the peas, and they're just like, I love that. But Paper Mario. But if for some reason you are not part of the Discord, you should join the Discord, because it's where it's one of the easiest places to find updates on my streams and things like that. I like to post my art there sometimes, and everyone in this community is awesome. So yeah, come meet some awesome people. It's like a curse. Oh, you don't feel like it's... Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Have you tried like warm milk or something? May I suggest a warm milk? You can sleep like a baby. Hello, Omni Horizon. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh, the emotes. That's so cute. Welcome to the stream. I don't believe we've been acquainted. I'm Dr. Josh Fox. I'm a variety streamer. It's good to see you. What brought you to these parts? If we have been acquainted, I apologize. I'm terrible with remembering things. I never played Snowboard Kids. Apparently it's really, really good. I've never played it. I feel like I missed out, because it sounds like it would have been a game that was like right up my alley. First time here? Awesome! Well, we're really happy to have you. I'm Dr. Josh Fox. I'm a variety streamer, which obviously means I stream a variety of things. Right now we're doing art. I'm just drawing my boy Max here. If you want to know a bit more about me, I'm a gender fluid fen who, again, streams a variety of different things. Everything from art to things like The Sims, to like platformers like Sonic Adventure 2 and Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, to like RPGs and shooters like Fallout and Skyrim, etc., etc., to terrible games like Shrek Extra Large. We're really happy to have you, and I hope you decide to hang around. If you do, we do have a Discord. I'm just gonna link that. I know I literally just did, but I don't know how far back it goes, so if you do enjoy it, we do have a Discord, so if you want to hang out in the Discord, feel free to do that. A coffee sheet, a bunch of coffee in the cabinets. Hope you like it for following. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Omni Horizon! Welcome to the Fox Den. You can now officially kick up your feet and relax. This is very clear sound. Like Shadows of the Empire, this is a very clear sound for an N64 game. See, I would use coffee, but coffee has the opposite effect. It makes me... Yeah, same, actually. It makes me more tired. But, like, listen how clear this is for an N64 game. Like, damn. Yee! This is still my favorite version of this theme. Even if it is missing the dun 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 dun. Listen to the OG Fallout soundtrack. I may. Perhaps. I'm guessing it doesn't have any licensed music in it, so... The benefits of not having sound chips that you can program the N64 to do what you... Yeah, I mean, to an extent. Like, Like, for instance, You wouldn't be like it's generally advised to not use like music files because the N64 has only so much space on it. Yeah, it is a drawback, unfortunately. It is kind of extra work as well. And again, you can't really like take advantage of CD quality audio. Yeah, I love the N64, but I'm not gonna pretend like it didn't have it. Every console has problems. And the thing is that the N64 using cartridges was both a plus and a minus. As a plus, it meant that there was basically no loading. If there were loading screens on the N64, they were very brief, and I couldn't tell you any games that actually had loading screens. And its format, as well as the way it was put together, allowed for very visually like striking games with a lot of like polys and whatnot. And while the image quality tended to be blurrier, it didn't have as many like jaggies as PlayStation games did. Unfortunately, it does. The N64 has issues with. Unfortunately, it can't really do a lot of FMV. It can't really. Its textures are very low resolution, so it has kind of like a blurry effect. And games couldn't be as like long or have as much content, depending. It did depend, but like that's why Final Fantasy VII was on the PlayStation. It was because what they wanted to do, they couldn't do on the N64, not realistically. Oh, there's a bot. Ban. Bye. Hey, Niv Milk. Thank you for resubscribing, and thank you for hosting. Fox. Also, I think this is a... Yeah, Zonez. Yes, it is early. It's very early. But, thank you very much for hosting, Niv. I already said that. But, Niv, I was... because of yesterday's disaster of a stream, mostly in terms of the fact that it kept cutting out, I wanted to test my internet quality. So here we are. I kind of prefer it with a more subtle shading. But I wanted to test my internet quality and see if everything's great. And it's working like a dream. There's actually a GBA soundtrack that actually sounded like S3M files. It's kind of neat, really. No, it doesn't. I'm not waking up this early every day to stream. I'm sorry. I do not have the constitution for that. S3M is like PC quality. Cool. That's funny because GameCube GBA sound quality tended to be so like I love like early 90s, but still like I love the GBA. The GBA is actually I think it's probably like one of my favorite handhelds that they ever made. But that sound quality, it's bye, Stream Doctor! It was really awesome seeing you. God, Zonus has really good music. But Star Fox is actually one of the console's rare examples of having, like, full, like, audio and whatnot, like, full dialogue and whatnot. And even then, it's very fuzzy sounding. We actually have high-quality rips of a lot of the audio, and it actually... The audio quality of the voice clips on the N64 are so fuzzy that when you listen to them, like, in full quality, they sound like different clips. The game in question was made by a demo scene group. I don't know why I look at the Spoonie subreddit. Yeah, why? Why would you do that to yourself? First of all, it's Reddit. Second of all, it's Spoonie 1 fan content, so either it's extremely bitter or extremely delusional. Don't get me wrong, I love the Spoonie 1's videos. I mean, some of them have aged quite poorly, but, like, you know, that's just the nature of this sort of thing. And how tastes and whatnot change. But, like... But you know, I still enjoy a lot of his older content. Like, still legitimately, one of the things I love referencing is the intro to or like when he talks about the intro to the Adventures of Bio Billy. I still love that. So Billy has a punch that doesn't do any damage, and he has a kick that doesn't do any damage. There are... I know, I just... read it. It's alt-right Twitter, I tells you. No, that's actually not all that accurate. That's also not fair. That's a very sweeping statement. Anyone want to have a nap pile? That does sound nice, actually. Blast Corps, Havoc District. I actually never played Blast Corps. The Spoonie subreddit is not one of them. I believe it. Don't worry, it's not going to stay the Butch Hartman pee-pee poo-poo lighting. Who are we spooning? Well, I mean... no, we're just talking about Spoonie. Like the internet personality, the Spoonie one from way back in the day. r/FL Studio is full of people who seem to not know anything about music production to a satirical level, but it's not satire. Yeah. Oh, people on Reddit talking about things they don't actually know about, like as if they know it. Go figure. Is Blast Corps any good? Again, I've never played it. It's not one you hear people talk about as much. Ah, yes. Gruntilda Industries. Lindsay Ellis subreddit is okay. Haven't seen it. Ah, yes, Reddit exists. But yeah, we're not spooning anyone, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mouse. Going through a slight crisis with the what to call it. Oh, I'll call it like I sees it. Twitter bullcrap. Again, not to get too much into detail about like an internet personality and whatnot, but what happened with Lindsay Ellis was it was triggered by nothing. It was the result of nothing. It resulted in nothing. It was a waste of time on everyone's part, and just yet another excuse for the hate crowds of Twitter to feel good about themselves and to pretend like they're making a difference when they actually aren't. I hate Twitter so much. And I will not mince words on that. That was a full-blown waste of everyone's time. And instead of focusing on things that are actually like important if you want to focus on social justice, which a lot of people, you know, do, they instead decided to target a woman on the internet. Because that's what people do. For, you know, comparing two things. And then making bad faith claims and bullcrap about her. All of which, yes, okay, most of which. Some of it was like her, like she even referenced in the video. It's like, yeah, I did this stupid thing like forever ago. It was a different time and things were stupid. I apologize. Moving, but like that's stuff from like 2008. So yeah, I'll just call it a waste of everyone's time. And again, I guarantee you someday it's going to happen to me, so look forward to that. Goemon. I've never played this either. Yeah, it was amazing what people kept. It's like, wow, they were waiting for this. I think that's telling, the fact that people were waiting for it. I think that that's very telling. I'll screen cap this. I'll screen cap it! No one will ever know! This game is so good, but goddamn, it's creepy. Oh wow, I've been going on 2 hours. This is just a regular ass stream. I guess this is kind of a bonus stream anyway. Maybe that's why we're not getting the subscriber numbers up, because I just end up doing bonus streams anyway. What would be a good incentive, actually, for, like, subscriber bonuses and whatnot? Because I feel like that, like, bonus streams aren't as enticing anymore. I need to learn how to shade better. Bruh, same. Something wild. Like, I've already said, like, if we manage to, make it so I get to partner, I'll show my face. That is the end goal for getting to partner, is, I will show my face. It's simple, but effective. You're better than me? I don't know about that. I don't like to compare myself to other artists too much, unless it's Butch Hartman. I could definitely say I do better shading and lighting than Butch Hartman. Well, guys and gals, and non-binary pals, you heard Fox's declaration. Let's get this floof to partner. Oh, I've made this declaration several times. But the only real way to get me to partner is to get it so that my viewer average is at 70. That's literally the only thing I need. It's like 70 or 75 or something. Like, hang on, I'm gonna go to my Twitch. I don't shade because I'm that bad. I'm sure your shading looks fine. Like, I'm gonna go to my achievements. I'm gonna go pathway to a... Wow, it's going to take a while before I see your actual face. Heck, yeah, I know, Corgi. I'm sorry. How do I check my achievements? Oh, there we go. Path to partner. Average of 75 viewers. We're currently at 8.16. So we need to get those numbers up, folks. Butch Hartman, how the mighty has fallen. So, folks, pass these streams around like a joint. Gift subs if you think it'll help. And I know it'll help. Be like, because that's like a great excuse to get someone into watching a streamer, is to just gift them a sub. Hi, Super Weird Plush! It's not good. I would need to see them. Butch Hartman, how the mighty has fallen. Indeed. But on the plus side, it gives us a good, consistent topic to laugh at. That pun doesn't work anymore because it isn't 420. Wait, what was the pun? Oh, pass it around like a joint. Oh, okay. It wasn't a pun. It was a turn of phrase. And then Fembot's like, yeah, and give him tips too. Fembot, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but we were talking about subscribers. I mean, if you wanna join in, I'm not gonna say no. Head empty. Who, me? Yeah. Like, is Butch Hartman made anything on his website? He's become a full-on right-wing grifter. I think he's a right-wing grifter at this point. He does do, like, YouTube. So he does make content, and he does do, like, commissions. Which, for the record, my commissions are far more fairly priced, and they tend to look much better, so... Commissions. Yeah, in big quotes. Good choice. Oh, Mute City. For the record, my favorite song in Melee, or one of them, is the Mute City remix. It's so good. Like, I don't know if you got... I mean, I love all the Mute City remixes from Smash Brothers, but that one's my favorite. Like, I don't know if you guys have taken time to listen to it lately, but damn, it's good! It is so good! Like, damn! Makes up for the crappy version of the DK rap, absolutely. Gorilla Steven. Manish Pearl. Trans Rights Garnet. Witch Amethyst and Sexy Peridot. But what about Clifford? What about Butch Hartman? I dry outpost. What about Butch Hartman Clifford? It's snowing? Oh yeah, I read that earlier that that the U.S. had like a cold front that made some snow, so we're getting some of that. Well, I was gonna go out today and do some of the groceries, but now that it's snowing, I kind of don't wanna. No! Yeah, I'm not happy about it either, but it ain't gonna last too long. Again, there was a cold front in the U.S., so we're just kind of seeing that. We're seeing, like, the butt of that. Oh, Texas will suffer. Yeah. Ooh. Ew, winter won't leave. I sent a shaded picture of mine to your server. Oh, cool. Is it in art, or did you... Yeah, art sharing. Yeah, that looks fine. D, that looks fine. The only thing I would recommend is, I might be mistaken, but it kind of looks like you just used pure black for your shadows. I would using, like, an off color, like an off blue. Might be a good idea. Also, small thing. For your lighting and shading, use the opposite of the color for your lighting. If I'm doing, like a light yellowy orange, doing like what I'm doing, although admittedly it's way more yellow, but oh, you did use blue? Okay, then it does admittedly kind of look like it's black here, but that might just be the shade you picked, but it does look good. Like it does look fine. The lines of it are very clean. It looks very clean. Your shading looks very clean, and that's good. I think that works well with your style. I live close to the ocean, so we haven't gotten any of this snow that everyone else has, just rain. Kitana! It is definitely odd. I wasn't expecting, But yes, you can use yellow for lighting, folks. It doesn't have to look like pee-pee poo-poo. I'm an adult. But yeah, like for lighting, I use whatever the opposite of the shading is. Or something close to it. Now, obviously, that's going to depend on character color and things like that. But like, in general, that's how I go about doing it. Again, never played the Bomberman, never played Bomberman Hero, so I don't know if it's any good, but I do love the music. I'd say Butch Hartman would end up behind the Bastards, but I feel He too small of a bee bastard to be covered. Yeah. Maybe a Fallen Titans. But then again, Fallen Titans focuses mostly on people on the internet, and while Butch Hartman does have a YouTube career, he didn't start doing YouTube, so... Noodle like Clifford. Never forget gross Noodle like Clifford. My god. Oh, this is Miss Pac-Man! Cleopatra. Fun fact, Cleopatra has a different song in the demo. And I actually really like it. I can't find it anywhere. This is actually one of the soundtracks, if I remember correctly. The N64 and the PlayStation version sound very close. Robert Evans is covering Dr. Oz. I know nothing about Dr. Oz, and I don't want to know anything about Dr. Oz. Aw, why'd they make Cleopatra so short? Never played Jet Force Gemini, or Gemini. Which is funny, because, you know, Rare. And I am a huge Rare connoisseur. But I never played Jet Force Gemini. Or Gemini. Again, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I hate shading, but I love line art. I don't know why I'm like this. I am not particularly fond of doing line art, because my line art tends to just not come out very good, and all of my line arting exercises don't tend to help. Like, my line art's definitely improved over the years, definitely, but... Gemini, that's how you pronounce Gemini. Okay, because I've heard it also pronounced Gemini. Like in Mega Man, whenever people talk about Gemini Man, they pronounce it Gemini Man. Oh, E! Every time I hear Diddy Kong Racing music, I get excited. Oh, while we're on about the Nintendo 64, you know what the Nintendo 64 had? A really, really awesome logo. Like, I love that, like, green and blue and red and yellow N. It looks so good. It actually is like a nice contrast to, like, the PlayStation, which has, like, a similar color scheme, but is, like, more 2D looking. You know? Has 64 faces on it. I do kind of miss, like, when game logos were really creative like that. Like, that's not to say I'm not trying to do, like, a back in my day thing, because, like, modern game logos are very clean and slick, and that's definitely a positive. But, like, I don't know, the PS5 just being, like, the PS3 and the PS4 logo, but it just says 5 is kind of not all that interesting. Xbox is kind of just text. Wii U is just the Wii logo, which was just text, but with a U slapped on it. The Switch logo is really nice. A good example of really good looking, like, a good, like, graphic simplistic design. It looks really nice. But, like, I just miss that. I feel like that we're, like, really obsessed with, like, simplicity now, and that's kind of to a detriment. You know what actually has a really nice like logo? The Rareware logo they've been using since I think like 2013, which is like the classic like Rareware kind of weird R shape, but it's got like the blue kind of coming out of it rather than being like a square around it. It looks really nice. It's like a nice modernization of that classic logo. It's way better than the one they had during like the Kinect era of Microsoft and Rare, where it's like just the text Rare and like a green like hexagon with a tiny little R in it. Like, why would you, first of all, green, why? And I'm not saying that like old school game logos have always been better than like newer, because like if you're like the NES is literally just red text. It's a cool looking icon, very iconic text, but it is still like iconic text. But it's still just text. Like, good morning, Dresser. Also, Freeze Easy Peak. How appropriate that is playing Freeze Easy Peak when it's snowing outside. I do too. I love this game's soundtrack in general. Even like the unused music is good. Hell, the there's a track in this called I think it's called Atlantis. And it was so good that even though it didn't go used, it was used in Banjo-Tooie. It's the Atlantis soundtrack from Banjo-Tooie. Also, the original theme for Momo's Mountain was used for Mayahem Temple. I just woke for a minute and you're already streaming. Yeah, I was testing my internet connection after yesterday's absolute disaster. And you know what? It's working. It's working like a charm. Yeah, and you haven't listened to it yet. I'm gonna skip this just in case. Even though I'm fairly certain the James Bond theme isn't in it, but still. Oh, this is another Bomberman 64 track that I actually know despite knowing nothing about this game. Or rather, never having played it. It's not that I don't know anything about it. What animal blood did I use to get to work? My own. You actually also got the digital soundtrack? Durg. I don't know why you just randomly said Durg, but I do appreciate Durgs, so Durgs. Yeah, Bomberman 64. We've got a few. You should probably go back to sleep if you want. If you want the entire, I mean, if you'd like, but I know ways to access it. But thank you. You should probably go back to sleep then, if you want, Dresser. If you need sleep, then go sleep. If you are having trouble sleep, may I suggest a warm milk? You can sleep like a baby. That's the second time I made that joke tonight. There it is, the Super Mario 64 credits. To Powerwolf? I'm afraid not. Sorry. I think you've brought up Powerwolf before. It sounds like you're really into them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My taste in music is very weird and boring. I mean, then again, I not so much weird in that what I listen to is weird or obscure, just it's very inconsistent. Powerwolf is good. Shh. They're plague outside. What? She got the Banjo-Kazooie soundtrack on vinyl. And then she also got the digital download for it, which is super cool. I love it when they do that. Warm milk apparently helps you sleep. That's why. My Gorilla's vinyl came with a digital soundtrack as well. The kittens are rampaging everywhere. Oh no! Not a kitten rampage! Whatever shall you do? No, for real though, I hope they don't break anything. Oh, the Mario 64 end soundtrack is so good. So there's that done. We're going for 2 hours. Damn. I think I'm just gonna leave us in silence for the last little bit because I'm just gonna finish coloring this and then sort of add in like a background, just a basic background, and then I don't know what we're doing. I'm probably gonna send you guys over to someone else if there's anyone else streaming. So we'll see, I guess. Just gonna kind of go very light green, kind of maybe make it a bit brighter. Yeah, more like that. And then, like, just maybe add, like, a green square or something, like, I mean, I could do it in my Discord if people were interested. That'd be awesome. Hope they don't turn off your power bar. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. Alright, I'm just gonna sig it. Let me just, and then I think that'll be it. Let me just overlay, turn it down, and I think that's it. Yeah, looks good. Oh, thank you. Won't sound as good as it will in person, but still, yeah, but there's only so much you can do, right? All right, so with this said, though, I think we're going to call it a day. I'm going to see who is available to raid, and then we'll go from there. It really isn't... Well, there's Des Hex. Let's raid Des Hex. Oh, thank you, friend. Raid everyone! Send in everyone. Who? Everyone! They're playing Doom, by the way, so that's exciting. This was nice. It was nice. I actually wouldn't mind doing like an early stream another time. Again, maybe an incentive for maybe the next like subscriber incentive will be permanently streaming in the morning on a Wednesday or something. I don't know. We'll see. Because this was actually nice. This was nice. This was a lot of fun, actually. I don't have much else to say, though. Don't forget to tip your waitress. Raid time. Yes, it is. Just slash raid everyone. All right, guys. See you around. Bye.